What's up, everyone? Linka264 here, talking about a new update for the Switch. This came very unexpectedly. So about a day before recording this video, Nintendo Switch update 3.0.0 went live, and yeah, it was definitely really unexpected. There was no previous announcement by Nintendo or anything, and but I think it was greeted with a pretty positive reception. Let's take a look at the new details. So the new things that you can do, I'll just graze through them real quick and stop at the highlight points, is that you can register a channel to receive news from specific games. What that is you go into the news section of your Nintendo Switch and you are able to follow certain games on it, and I think this is pretty cool. You can also add friends from your 3DS and Wii U friends list. I actually was that's the entire reason I knew about this update. First of all, was because I got a friend request from a friend that I had on my Wii U, and I was like, how in the world did he find me? And lo and behold, I found out the update. It's like, yeah, you can look up your 3DS and Wii U friends, and I think this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you can just kind of catch up. In addition, you can also receive notifications when your friends go online. You can change the user icon order on the home menu. You can select from 6 new Splatoon 2 characters for user icons. Change the system volume from the quick settings. Not sure why you would really need to do that. I mean, I guess if you don't want to get up and change the volume on the Switch, but hey, it's still kind of cool. You can lower the maximum volume for headphone or speakers connected to the audio jack. This is definitely really handy if you have headphones that have a really high volume capacity and you don't want to blast your ears off. You can also just change the display colors to invert colors or grayscale. You can connect a USB keyboard to the dock to type whenever the keyboard is on the screen, and that's pretty awesome in and of itself. I actually thought that this was something you could do before. I don't know, maybe I wasn't right there, but whatever. In addition, you can also use a Switch. You can also connect the Pro Controller through a wired communication using the USB charging cable. This certainly seems like something interesting. Certainly, maybe to reduce lag or reduce the latency that comes from the Pro Controller. I'm not super techy or anything like that, so I can't give much comment on that, but it certainly seems pretty interesting that Nintendo would come out with something like that for people that are really that concerned about lag. You can also update connected controllers, which I guess that's saying that Nintendo's going to be coming out with firmware for their controllers, which is, I think, really exciting. And finally, you can also add a feature that suggests deletion of software if there is insufficient space when downloading other software. I don't know how useful that's going to be. But it seems cool for, general storage management. So it seems neat. And finally, I think the big thing that they brought out, or big-ish thing, was in addition to the controller setting, where you can actually use it to locate missing controllers. So I have my Switch here with me. I'm in the controller settings menu. Sorry about the screen glare, but I'm just going to tap on the Pro Controller real quick. And it vibrated just like that. Yeah, you get that nice little vibration sound. So, I think this is really just a cool little ease of life update. If your Joy-Con got stuck beneath the couch, no problem. You're cool. You just set use the find controller function, and you can find it just like that. So I think the thing that's really bigger than this update is that something to keep in mind that's just more important than this update is that, well, Nintendo came out with an update, and it just kind of came out of nowhere. We didn't expect it at all. They didn't announce it at E3 or whatever, and it was just a nice little out of the blue surprise that it just kind of makes your Switch experience a little bit easier. And I gotta say, even though the update itself wasn't that big, it was technically the biggest update to come to the Switch. Even though it wasn't that big, it's cool that they came out with it without I think, without announcing it prior to it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing whatever Switch OS 4.0 has to offer, and whenever they just come out with that out of the blue. Imagine if games came out like that, where it's just like, oh yeah, here's this game, it's coming out right now. And it's like, oh, wow, okay, that's cool. That would be an interesting world to live in, where games, the announcement of a game came out the day that it came out. That'd be interesting. But anyway, I think the point is that I'm looking forward to more similar updates like these to the Switch's OS in the future, just coming out of the blue, and I hope Nintendo keeps on doing that, and just adding these little ease of life updates to their Switch. So anyway, guys, what do you think of the new update? Do you think it's a little bit lackluster? Do you think it could have used some more stuff? Or are you perfectly fine with it? I'm perfectly fine with it. They're going to come out with more updates in the future, so really looking forward to those. Anyways, guys, if you're new to the channel, I talk about everything Nintendo, Nintendo Switch, 3DS, all that good stuff. And you can subscribe to my channel up here, and you can check out my latest video up here. Guys, until next time, I'll see you in the next one.